Let's see. I think we are live. Sports fans, what's going on? Patrick over here at GhostPicks ATS coming at you with a free play of the day. We're going to be breaking down the Bills and the Patriots in Buffalo. Temperatures looking below freezing, below zero. So we'll be getting into that game. We'll be talking about that, some player props. We're going deep into that game. There'll be a lot of, it's will be a longer video, a little more insight into this game, which will be the sole thing that we will be talking about today. I'll be getting all up into it. This will be a premium thing. As you can see to the side here, we got my NFL playoff package. It's going to be only $99 for this weekend only. This is going to be $100 off. There's also a $30 wildcard weekend package. You get everything, all the write-ups for every single game, and you get that for only $30 if you just want to test the waters this week. That is all going to be available down in the description, down in the comments. All you can do is click a link, and it'll take you over there. There's the $99 NFL playoff package. This week only will be $99. It'll go back up after this weekend. And then there is the $30 NFL wildcard weekend. If you haven't been with me, it's just a $30. You get write-ups for every single game. You get NFL player prop advice. There's insights with matchups analysis and DFS as well. And as you know, the DFS has been like the cream of the crop. That's one of my favorite things to do. I am GhostPicks Patrick, as you can see all around here, to the left, to the right. But the wild cards is to the right, and the NFL playoff package you can see to the left there. Up to the right, you can see all the things that's going to be scrolling across that I'll be promoting today. So the NFL Top Tier Sunday. So every single day, both Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I do have a top tier play in the NFL. So that'll be $20 each day, or you go with the $30 weekend. NFL NBA DFS. We'll talk about that later. I will be on here doing a live stream later. That'll be closer to 6:15. Injuries are insane with NBA DFS, but we can take advantage of those guys being out. So, using those cheaper players in NBA DFS has been profitable for us. So we'll be getting into that one later today as well. I think this video should be released probably around 5 o'clock at the latest. And the game is not until tomorrow, Saturday night, at 8 p.m. In Buffalo for this free pick for these. But I'm gonna be talking about everything here today. Both teams going deep into it, player props, the way I look at the game, the key features that I always look for in NFL picks, especially come playoff time. There's a lot of different trends and stuff that people look at in our bettable numbers, and for those people, it's profitable for them, good for them. But I look into just about everything, but with matchups being the main thing that I like to look at. And given the weather this weekend, there's a couple things that, eliminate some game scripts, which makes it a little more easy, in my opinion. So dial in and let's get into it. So first things first, Patriots, first Bills. The weather in this one is going to be the key factor. So both times these teams have played, the first time it was 40-mile-per-hour winds, which makes it near impossible to throw. And then the second time around it was nice weather, put up about 50 points total. The Bills were able to throw, I think Josh Allen threw for 350 yards, a couple touchdowns, and that was no issue. So that will be a problem here today or tomorrow with this game. And that is what this game will be built around, I think. So right off the rip, I'll go ahead and say I like the under in this one. Specifically, I like the first half under. I think these two teams, it's going to be sub-zero. It's going to be very, very cold. And there's a little bit of, sharp insight, in my opinion, into this game. And it has to do with Josh Allen's arm. Catching the ball in that cold of weather is nightmare. 20 degrees, that's fair. I mean, that's all right. That's average. When you get into 0 degrees, that is as cold as it gets. You lose feeling. It makes catching the ball harder. For somebody like Josh Allen, it's going to be very difficult for those receivers, even Stephon Diggs, those guys that are great wide receivers, to be catching the ball, time and time again. So I look for reception total numbers, maybe not yards, but actual receptions and Josh Allen's passing completions. I look for that to go under. And then following that game script, the Patriots running backs, they're going to get the ball. There's no doubt about it. Now, while I do like Mac Jones's passing yards under, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not taking it. That almost looks like cheese, just sitting right there. I'm not pulling the Benny. I'm not taking the cheese, not this time. I'm going to let that one pass. In the cold weather with no wind, Mac Jones throws a very catchable ball. It might not be the most effective, but in the cold with no wind, he will be able to throw the ball, and it's catchable because he doesn't throw it hard. And these receivers could, after the catch, make it happen. And only a low number of 200 yards in a game where I think it's going to be pretty tight. I'm not going to go against Mac Jones there with that one. I'm just not going to do it. But I will be looking into these player props here. I like Josh Allen under 239 yards, but I really like his completion number. I have not seen that number out yet, but the number of completions that he has, I like that even more so. I think, you might get a long pass or something, but other than that, I don't think it's going to be a lot of consistent passes. I think there's going to be a lot of runs in this game. Devin Singletary has been very effective for the Bills. I wouldn't be surprised to see him a little more. Damian Harris, each time they've played these Bills, has just eaten them alive. I think we're going to see some more of that as well. So the clock will be running, and that leads toward an under. While we look at quarterbacks making their first start, such as Mac Jones, you really normally would stay away from it. But there's a little, gimmicky trend, I guess you would say. But, not particularly. I found this to be very interesting. If you look at rookie quarterbacks or quarterbacks making their first start in the playoffs, rookie quarterbacks making their first start in the playoffs, the more pass attempts they have, the lower chances they have of covering and the lower chances they have of winning. So the quarterbacks that you see that have had success in the wild card round as a rookie have been quarterbacks with good defense who haven't had to pass the ball a lot and have been able to run the ball. If I read you the list of names of quarterbacks that have won playoff games, none of them are these guys that you would expect. I mean, we've got Flacco, T.J. Yates, the old guy for the Texans out of North Carolina, just a backup quarterback. Mark Sanchez, Russell Wilson. These are the kind of guys. I mean, they all had good defenses, great defenses, good running games. They like running the ball, and didn't have that many pass attempts. I think the last quarterback to win with more than 20 pass attempts, it wasn't a thing. It was like 2005. So since 2010, you really haven't seen it, and that's when the game kind of changed a little bit. So Mac Jones, he's going to have to keep it low. I think the running game will keep them in this game. So as far as the Pats versus the Bills on this side, so we've been talking about the total. I definitely lean under across the board. Specifically first half. I think these teams will run the ball. With both these two defenses being very active, I could see some turnovers in the second half of this game or later in the game that lead to some quick scores. So I'll be a little lighter on the full game, but do like the first half quite a bit. And it's sitting at a good number, 21.5. It's going to take 3 touchdowns to get in there. I think 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals will not get it done. So I do like that one there. But once again, weather, 0 degrees. Talking about negative degrees, light wind, 10 degrees, nothing too crazy. Running the ball. This is a physical game. I like the Bills. I wish these two teams didn't play each other. I think the Bills have a great chance to, get some things done in this near future. But this Patriots team, 0 degrees. This is a team that's built for this. We saw it the first time around. These two teams played. I'm not a big fan of the Bills in this one. I think the Patriots could win this game outright. It'll be a big one for the Bills in the first half. If the Bills get behind in this game, they are in trouble. The Patriots will run the ball. That's what they want to do. I wouldn't be surprised to see more play action this time as well with, a weak arm with Mac Jones. You can't throw through the wind. And that was the issue the first time around. This time, with the cold, you can still throw the ball. It's ideally, you want someone who doesn't throw the ball too hard so that way it doesn't hurt to catch the ball. So Mac Jones, I look for him to have a better game here today or tomorrow. And I think the Pats are going to get it done on the field, as a matter of fact. This is just one of these matchups. The Buffalo Bills have not been that consistent this year. I understand the rookie quarterbacks, they don't win. Rookie quarterbacks do not win. But when I'm telling you, if you look at I'm looking through these things, and history does not always repeat itself, but it lends a hand sometimes, especially in sports betting. I'm looking through these rookie quarterbacks and what they do. On the road, if you can't run the ball, if you don't have a defense, you don't stand any chance. The only quarterback to cover and throw the ball more than 30 times was A.J. McCarron, and that was against a porous Pittsburgh defense. And that was, but he did his thing. But that, once again, the quarterbacks that cover are Alabama guys. A.J. McCarron, ball control, run the ball, to let their defense do their things. And if that isn't Mac Jones, I don't know what is. So I'll take the rookie thing away there. I don't give Mac Jones any kind of boost. But I do give Josh Allen a big knock because of how hard he throws the ball. He probably throws the hardest ball in the NFL. You give me 0 degrees. That's broken fingers. That's drops, tip passes, interceptions for the most active team in the NFL. I'm over here talking to myself. This is live, by the way, so anything that I'm doing is live. So this just came to me right here. I think Josh Allen to throw an interception is a damn good bet. Pulling it up right here on the side, Josh Allen to throw an interception is a -120. I'll be taking that. You can book that one there. Josh Allen to throw an interception is -120. I like that. I like that a lot. Hard throws, hard to catch. Tip passes, where's my boy in the background? Leads to INTs. Just a classic thing. A ball gets tipped. One of the most active secondaries in the NFL are the New England Patriots. I look for Josh Allen to get intercepted here tomorrow. So let's see some stats. Some stats that favor the under in this one, things that stand out. So Buffalo's defense they've been number one all year long. If you look at them home and away, it's even a bigger discrepancy. At home, they dominate. They are the number one DVOA defense by a long shot. And, that strength of schedule included. So these guys at home absolutely get after it. And that is, what you want to see out of a home defense. You get the crowd involved, home game. It's going to be pumped up. It's going to be loud. I imagine Mac Jones will be on the silent count. But he has experience in big-time games. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be throwing it around, but he should be able to manage. He should be prepared enough to keep this game afloat without giving it away, giving the Bills short fields and whatnot. I look for him to protect the ball. I really do. That's one of the main things about it. And then as far as New England goes, on the other side, on the road, they've had the best defense this year. Their road games, they have absolutely come to play. They say classic, defense travels. Well, the Patriots defense travels. They've been one of the best all year. Home, away, it doesn't really matter. But on the road particularly, they have been able to shut down teams' opponents. And that's a big-time thing because you're able to hear the cadence of the quarterbacks, and you're able to jump the line of scrimmage, get pressure, and that is a big part of what New England likes to do. Get pressure, blitz the quarterback without having to risk too much in their secondary because they do have some ball hawks. So really look for them to attack. As far as the Buffalo and New England offenses, both of them as well, they've been mediocre. If you look at the Buffalo Bills offense versus man coverage versus zone coverage. So Belichick switches it up. He'll make sure to do whatever's best for his team. Josh Allen versus man coverage. You look at these teams with weak secondaries and that run a lot of man. He's picked them apart all year long. I do not expect that to be the case here. And especially in the cold, they're going to be looking to run the ball more. You can run the ball on New England. But with that being said, that's going to be the clock. Clock's going to be running tick, tick, tick. New England doesn't give up explosive runs, so they may give up 5 yards and lead to first downs, but they will not be giving up chunk plays, which is huge for an under and running the football. Whew. Shoot. I think that's about all she wrote for this one as for now. Looking at these two teams, let's see what we got. Free plays. Let's get a quick wrap up here. I lean the Patriots. I 100% lean the Patriots. I like Patriots on the money line. I think there's good value there. If the Patriots get ahead, I would definitely look to find the Bills plus 3.5 on the spread. So if possible, if the Patriots jump out to a first half lead, the Bills still have a chance to come back in this game. But I would look for a plus 3.5 for the Bills. As far as the pregame numbers, I like the under. I specifically like the first half under. I think these two teams will run the ball successfully. I think given the 0 degrees negative temperature at night, cold, neither one of these teams will want to make big mistakes early. The clock will be running. I expect some quick passes and a lot of runs. A lot of runs, to be honest with you. As long as the Buffalo Bills do not get just peppered with big runs, this first half under should cruise by, in my opinion, and that'll be a nice one there. Player props. Josh Allen to throw an interception. I like that 100%. With the cold weather, it's harder to catch balls. He throws it very hard. He throws it harder than anybody in the NFL. Tips lead to INTs. No one has, or the New England Patriots almost lead the league in interceptions every year. So they're very active. They work on this kind of stuff. So I look for them to take advantage of that. Josh Allen to throw an interception, -120. I also like Josh Allen completions under. Like I said, hard throws. He might get a lot of yards. He might get a couple bombs. So I don't really love the yards as much as I do the completions. I think it should be under a good number like 25.5, given the two prior numbers. With 0 degrees, I think that number is off. So I'll be looking for that there. Oh, of course, my other one, my play of the week. So there you can see it to the on the scroll. Josh Allen over 35.5 rushing yards. So that was my player prop of the year earlier when these two teams played. That did cash. I sent out an email to the premium clients already. As soon as that Josh Allen rushing total hit the market, I jumped on it. It opened at FanDuel at 27.5. I sent it out. By the time I got it out, FanDuel had taken it off the board. It was off the board for a couple hours. It came back up at 36.5 and then opened back up at 38.5. I'm sending it out to everybody. I'm giving them alerts to take it at the high at 37.5, and that we are good. We're in there. I'm getting alerts as it's up there. It's up to 38.5. So, officially in there. And then last night, late night, that thing goes from 40.5 to 42.5 up to 44.5. So, needless to say, we are on the right side of this Josh Allen rushing total. It's one of my favorite plays in the playoffs. You can read the write-up here. It's a little small, actually. So, it's a playoff game. Josh Allen's 4 playoff games, 92, 54, 88, and then 3 yards versus the Ravens. And the Ravens are notorious for shutting down the quarterback runs because they have a great quarterback runner themselves, so they practice that kind of stuff. But Josh Allen has dominated these teams last 2 times against the Patriots. He's gone for like 44 and 65 rushing yards. If you include the other playoff games that like Week 17, Week 16 games versus the Patriots, he went over in those ones as well. I think this is one of these plays. I am starting to lean away from it because it's so damn high. It's already up to like 45.5, 46.5. I think it might close almost at 49.5, which is another player prop I like. But, man, so that one I'm leaning off. I do like a smaller play on it. That was a premium play. We got 9, 10 yards worth of value already. That's all we can ask for. So excited about that one. If you're into want to try a top tier, you can use the promo code NFL5, and you can get my Saturday, Sunday, or Monday NFL top tier. If you just want to try one of them, you get the full write-up and everything for those games in the top tier plays. If you want to go for the full playoffs this week only, up to the side over there, we got the sports betting NFL playoff package. You can also, if you're on your computer or whatever and you have your telephone, you can scan the QR code over there, and it'll take you directly to the website, and you can check out the playoff or package or any other package of one's over here, one's over there. You can check them all out. Most of them have discount codes. The ones here or whatever, I have already knocked them down if they're up here. So the NBA playoff regular season, knock that down as well. I think that's about all we got. Let's see, player props, special deals. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. If you like these longer videos with the in-depth breakdowns, that's awesome. I appreciate it if you're watching the whole thing. There will be another one of these videos. So I have one on Saturday with the Patriots and the Bills, and then my Sunday video. I can't decide what's going to be out yet, but I do believe it's going to be in the Tampa Bay and the Philadelphia and Tampa Bay, or the Kansas City and the Steelers game. One of those two, I'll have a video out, same as this, deep, in-depth picks. And then I will also have some YouTube shorts with just a couple quick plays if you're into that kind of stuff. If there's anything you want to see and talk about, any comments, any fantasy things, I will be doing a big DFS. So all these, I forgot to say, all these sports betting picks here, every single thing will come with my DFS and player props. So that's, the pride and joy of my stuff is my playoff work. When players are at their finest, you're able to pinpoint a little more. I'm great at figuring out matchups and where teams will isolate and pick on certain opponents. And, that's a damn good thing to have with NFL DFS. So check it all out. Anything, everything. $30 NFL playoff weekend package. $20 Sunday, Saturday, Monday tier. NFL 5, save promo $5 off. And then this week only, we get the half off player package. Josh Allen rushing total over. Josh Allen passing completions under first half 21 and a half, under 44 for the game. That's about all we got. I definitely lean the Patriots, and we'll have a video for you coming out tomorrow. Actually, it will probably be coming out later tonight with the NFL Sunday game. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. If you like the video, make sure you throw a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're into this. If you're not into this, I appreciate you watching. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. We'll catch you back here tomorrow. Peace.